Last week, award-winning author Christie Blatchford spoke to a sold-out audience at the Oakville Public Library. Blatchford is currently making public appearances to promote her second book, Helpless, Caledonia's Nightmare of Fear and Anarchy and How the Law Failed All of Us, which chronicles the harrowing days of lawlessness in Caledonia when the Six Nations forcibly overtook the Douglas Creek Estates development in a land claim dispute.
It's a complicated, nuanced story, and I'm not sure to this day that I've got all of it. I mean, even the narrow slice of it that I did, I think what I've written is accurate and fair, but I don't feel confident even going a nano inch beyond that.
According to Blatchford, the process for writing Helpless was completely different than writing her first book, 15 Days, which chronicled the stories of the soldiers she was with as an embedded reporter with the Canadian forces in Afghanistan.
Because I was in Afghanistan, I wasn't able to be in Caledonia in 2006, which is when the occupation happened and when it was at its worst. So I had no kind of ground truth, as they call it in the Army, so I had to do a lot of reading. I read all the local Haldimand County newspapers, poured through, documents and stuff. So it was a lot more paper intensive just to get my feet wet and to understand what it had been like.
Helpless has garnered Blatchford mixed reviews because some critics claim she did not pay enough attention to the underlying issues regarding the ongoing land claim dispute with the Six Nations.
I was writing about a very narrow part of the Caledonia story, which I thought was the untold part, which is what happened to the Caledonia non-native residents and about the violence. So I expected the approach might be controversial, but I never dreamt that people would, as was the case in Waterloo, for instance, I never dreamt I would be called a racist and compared to a Nazi propagandist. I was stunned by that.
Looking back on the process of writing Helpless, Blatchford is still surprised by some of the things she discovered about the treatment of the residents of Caledonia.
I think just how debilitated people felt, people who lived near the site in Caledonia. I mean, they had played by all the rules, complained to all the right people in government, not become civilly disobedient themselves for the most part, done everything they were supposed to, lobbied their MPs, gone to Queen's Park and rallies, all of that, and nothing mattered. Nobody heard them. That was the most shocking thing.
Right in the middle of Canada, smack in the midst of the most populated part of the country, there is a no-go zone where the cops, except in egregious circumstances such as a fresh child abduction, won't put a toe in.
Helpless is available for loan at the Oakville Public Library. For book availability or for more information about their speaker series, visit the Oakville Public Library website at www.opl.on.ca. In Oakville, I'm Michelle Gatian for The Source.